You've been thinking about launching your own startup for so long, and I'm going to help you do it. Let's get into it. By the way, I'm KJ Miller. I am a founder, a lecturer, and a content creator. I love talking about all things business. If you're interested in that, you should definitely subscribe. And now let's talk about Startup Starter Kit. First of all, what the heck is Startup Starter Kit? It is a course that I launched during the pandemic back in 2020 to help would-be entrepreneurs take their ideas for whatever the new product was, new service was that they had been tinkering around with in their brain, but didn't really have an idea where to start. It was to help all of them get from idea to launch. And I loved teaching that course. I actually taught it live every single week. It was a 4-week course. We would meet for 2 hours. And by the end of the month, the goal is for you to feel fully prepared to launch your business. And I will tell you, my students did. They gave me such great feedback and I love teaching the class. But then life happened and I couldn't keep teaching it. I had a baby. I got hired at Yale to teach there. I was raising a Series A for my company, Minted Cosmetics. My team was growing really rapidly. I just did not have the bandwidth to continue teaching a weekly course. But I knew that one day I wanted to relaunch it and bring it back to people to give more people the opportunity to learn how to launch a business. And I'm so excited to share that I have done just that. Startup Starter Kit is now available on demand. Can you believe it? That means you don't have to wait for me to be available for my schedule to clear up in order to teach you. You can watch it in your own time. So what I want to use this video to do is to just walk you through a little bit about what you're going to be learning in the course should you decide to take it. And before I do, just know that if you have any other questions by the time you get to this video, you can join me in a live Q&A on Wednesday, October 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, I will be answering any and all questions that you may have. So let's talk a little bit about course structure. The course has 8 modules, which again are going to walk you through all the way to idea, to launching, to growing, marketing, and scaling. So the first module is refining your idea. We start here because even though you've probably got a great business idea, most of the time when I am mentoring founders, a lot of times that idea is really more of a kernel of an idea. And more work still needs to be done to refine it so that it is the best version of that idea to take to market. That's what this module is all about. Then we move into testing consumer demand. This step is so important. The reason why we want to test consumer demand before we launch is so that we can figure out, does anybody want the thing that you are trying to launch before you spend all the money and time and effort to launch it. Then we move into designing your prototype. This goes hand in hand with testing consumer demand. First, we're going to test using more sort of like verbal online methods like surveys, interviews, etc. Then we're actually going to design a prototype for people to use and feel and touch and interact with, again, so that you can get that feedback on whether or not anyone wants the thing that you launch. And then we launch. During the soft launch module, this is where I'm really going to walk you through all of the things you want to be sure to do when you initially launch. And I call it a soft launch because the truth of the matter is, unless you're a celebrity, that initial launch is probably going to feel kind of quiet. Unless you're someone who's already built up a multi-thousand person email list, someone who already has a huge group of followers. This launch, yes, it's going to be a launch, but you're going to think of it as a soft launch to take that pressure off of yourself and know there are still many more steps to come. Then we move into marketing. First, I cover email and text marketing. I like to start with those owned channels because those are the channels you have the most control over. Then I take it into social media and PR because these are additional ways to start to acquire new customers. Then we talk about raising capital, which admittedly is a step that might not be applicable to everyone, but I didn't want to leave it out in case that's something that you're thinking about. And we end with building a team because there's so much you can do on your own. And sometimes people get bogged down in thinking, oh, I don't have a CFO. I don't have a head of marketing. I don't have a head of product. How am I going to do this? There's so much you can do on your own. And that's why I leave this module to the end, because I know you can. On top of all of that, I've introduced something new. In 2020, AI was not a thing. It is now. So I've added a layer where for every module, I am walking you through how I would use AI and prompt AI in order for it to help me with that module. And of course, you're getting so many templates and so many worksheets. I actually have not even listed them all here, but you're going to get a lot of resources to help you throughout the process. Between surveys, Facebook ads, emails, text, social media posts, a financial model, a pitch deck, you're going to get worksheets and homework along the way to keep you moving forward. Ultimately, my goal with this course is to help every single person who's interested in launching a startup feel like they can launch a startup. Sometimes getting over that hump of feeling like it is something tangible and approachable and within reach is all the push you need to actually go out and make it happen. I know that it can feel so daunting when you're thinking about, oh, I have this great idea of this amazing business, but I don't know how to get there. That's what this course is going to help you do. It is literally your starter kit. You don't have to come with any prior knowledge, any prior experience in order to be able to learn how to get from idea to launch. So I really hope that you will head over to kjmiller.co and enroll in the course, or use the link in the description to register for my live Q&A so that you can ask any and all questions you may have. Helping other people in their entrepreneurial journeys is something I'm really very passionate about. It's why I started teaching in the first place. While I cannot promise you that your venture will be successful, I can promise you that you will leave this course feeling like you have the tools to build a successful business. And definitely check out all of the links below to learn more. All right, I'll see you next time.